Okay, I got recorded this time. Welcome to Burner Brother Antiques. We got a great interview. You're not going to want to miss this. All right, guys, I am sitting here in Springfield, Ohio with Dagny.
Yes.
Now, Dagny, what is your YouTube channel?
Flying Pig Thrifts.
Flying Pig Thrifts.
Yes.
Okay, Flying Pig Thrifts. Now, okay, how did you get the name Flying Pig Thrifts? Let's talk about it.
It is an interesting story. When I started, I thought, well, I need something that I'm not going to be tired of.
Okay.
That will be interesting to me. And I used to knit a lot before I got into this.
Knitting?
Knitting.
I did not know that.
Yes, a lot of knitting. And I had a username called Flying Pig Knits.
Flying Pig Knits, okay.
And that came because I took forever to finish college. And I always joked, oh, pigs will fly when I finish college. So the theme of my college celebration was flying pigs.
So you finished college.
And then I started doing
knitting.
And then I got into this and I was like, Flying Pig Thrifts.
Let's do it.
And that's how it
It's
came.
a great name.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did you get into this?
Well, I had a lot of stuff as one, you married a long time, you gather a lot of stuff. And my husband's like, you need to just like get rid of this stuff. So first we were donating a lot of stuff. Then he said, why don't you sell it on Craigslist?
Okay.
And that's weird. And you meet like weird people.
You don't know who's going to show up at the door.
You don't know,
nervous,
right? And then he had an eBay channel or eBay store. And he's like, why don't you try selling on eBay? And
Okay,
I'm like, okay. So I started selling on eBay. And then that got better and better. And then I decided if someone just could open up the door and like show everyone how great stuff I have, because eBay is very competitive. There's a lot of people on eBay. And then I happened to meet Andrew and Jocelyn, and then that got me more attention on my eBay. And then she convinced me to do a YouTube channel.
She did the same to me. I get it.
She always is pushing us to do stuff. She has good ideas though. And then that's how I got on Whatnot. So it was all, it just builds up and builds up and builds up. And it was there she
She's just calling right now. We're talking about
she's
it.
like, yeah.
She heard her ears burning.
There you go. But it was just getting rid of things around the house.
Yeah.
Seeing what things that we didn't need anymore. And then I'll try selling this. And it just, and then I like old things. I like I'll sell anything.
You'll sell anything.
But I like I look for the old things.
Okay. So what's your favorite thing to sell?
Let's see, small unbreakable things.
Small unbreakable things.
I would think that I like critters. I like any kind of little animal, any tchotchke, anything. The weirder, the better.
The weirder, the better.
Yeah.
So the weirdo type stuff that Jocelyn talks about, it's kind of, you like that kind
I
of...
like that thing. I like little animals, little dogs, little cats. Like if I walk into a thrift store and there's a whole bunch, someone's donated their whole collection of giraffes. I'm like, oh, what can we get?
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned college, and you mentioned you're married and your husband's thinking. When did you first start?
Oh, sorry.
Like now that Joseline's calling you now.
I know. That was my alarm for my Whatnot sale.
Oh, you got a Whatnot sale right now?
No.
You're supposed to be having one.
But I have it every week in case I forget.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I love it. Can't quit working ever.
No.
Hey, just in case, Kate, you might call Jocelyn. She's trying to call us.
Oh, yeah.
You let her in.
I got it.
All right, thank you. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about how did you get started in actually collecting in the first place? Do you have something that you collect personally?
No, not really. I do have, someone asked me that here today, and I do have small collections, and then I'll hold on to them, and then I'll sell them. So I would say like right now I have a small lady head collection, lady head vases collection, and I've had a couple viewers send me lady head vases, and then I have some stretch glass vases that a viewer has sent me one, and then I have won them in online auctions. And those are things that I collect, and I really like them. I have Ellie Smith blue glass that I really like, and I've held on to that. Okay. But for the most part, I hold it and then I'm like, I don't want this anymore. Let's sell it. Yeah.
So it's not difficult for you to let go of stuff.
No, and my parents, when I was growing up, I would think that they would go to a lot of antique stores, and I think that's what I liked. And my mom has antique furniture, and so I kind of grew up around it, but we weren't pickers or sellers or anything like that. We just an appreciation for going to an antique mall. And
so you enjoyed the experience of being
and I like
around
old
it,
things. I like seeing old things and what they were used for, and like if you can find some in original packaging, it's always fun.
So what's the first item that you bought to resell? Do you remember?
That's a good question. The one that really stands out in my mind is I was at an in-person auction, and they were getting to the box lots outside, and I was digging through, and underneath these boxes I lifted up the box, and there were 2 mermaids that you hang in the bathroom. They usually come with the bubbles. Yeah. And I was like, no one see that. So every time they'd be like, okay, we're gonna start the online outside auction. So I'd go out and I'd stand right in front of the
Right in
box.
front of the mermaids.
And they'd be like, no, we're gonna go sell furniture. So I was there at 8 o'clock. Hey!
Oh, we got company!
Laurel!
Oh, that's awesome! No, it can't get any better
I
than
know.
that right there.
I
Right?
wanted to be interrupted by
Hi!
anyone. Come here! Hi!
She's like, nah, she's a rock
She's
star
like,
right
no,
now.
I'm gonna go
Leave me
over
alone.
here.
Oh, that's
But every
cool.
time it took forever, it seemed, to get to the mermaids. It was 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We'd been there since 8, and finally I won those mermaids.
Okay.
And then I sold them online on eBay for $300.
What'd you have to pay for them?
Probably like $5 or $7.
Like 5 or 7, you sold them for 300. So that was like
Then I was like,
you're hooked.
yes.
Like that's a
Yeah.
lifetime
That's a changer.
experience, right?
Yes.
It changes everything.
Yes.
You're like, this is fun. The adrenaline hits in.
Yes,
the
and you never
excitement.
know, like, and then another time at another auction there were skateboards, not the part that you stand on skateboards, the skateboard board.
The boards, skateboards.
Yeah.
Okay.
So technical.
We're very technical around here.
And there was a whole bunch of them, and I got them for 25 cents a piece. And they were Dragon Ball Z ones, and I sold those for crazy money. Of course, you had to package them. That was kind of
No,
difficult.
I have no idea what that is. A
Dragon Ball Z is an anime.
Okay.
So they had the characters on these,
Okay.
these boards, and they probably sold from $75 to $100, and I got
Wow.
them for a quarter a piece.
For a quarter a piece.
And that gets
How
you
many
going.
of them did you get?
I had 8.
Wow. So that's like a
Yeah.
like, home run.
Yeah, and then my
right?
husband's like, all right.
Then he's like, okay, you can do your,
Yeah,
your
you
thing
know what
now,
you're
right?
doing.
You know what
Yeah.
you're doing. I'm leaving
Yeah.
you alone. That's so cool. I always find it interesting, passion. You gotta have passion to do this.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about your passion. Like, why are you passionate about this?
I really like, what I think I like about reselling is that people had that as a child,
Mm-hmm.
and then it got thrown away, or their grandma had it, or their mom had it, or something damaged, and if I have it again and theirs was damaged, they can buy it again.
They can buy it
and
again.
they had it.
Oh, that's
That's
cool.
kind of,
Yeah.
it's exciting when you can make people happy about something.
We're good. So the other question I have for you would be, how many items you handle in a week or a month right now? Like what kind of volume are you doing? Like, and how do people get and buy stuff from you?
Okay,
Let's
I'm
talk about
mostly
that.
on Whatnot.
Okay.
I do sell on eBay still, but not as much as Whatnot. Whatnot I'm on twice a week, and I will sell. Oh, interview's over,
Hey, turn those back on.
and we're done.
Lights off.
I didn't get a rock from Laurel.
Laurel, okay. This is the best interview ever. There's so
I
much
don't want you to edit any of this
No,
out.
we can't edit it. It's like
You just run it
perfect.
right through.
Yes, we have to. I love that. Yeah. It's interesting. I didn't know Dagny personally until a week ago. Like I
Yeah.
called you a couple times on the
Yeah.
phone, but last night listening to you have fun.
Yes.
Like I enjoyed
It
that.
has to be fun.
It's you can tell that you have fun.
Oh,
with
yeah.
what you do.
Oh, I have a lot of fun, and I think of what I like about Whatnot selling on there is you're interacting with people,
Mm-hmm.
and you get to know people, and that's what I think is kind of drives you to be like, let's have a sale. Who's
Yeah.
going to be there?
Yeah,
What
yeah,
are we
and you
gonna
never know,
talk
and
about?
then you get to talk about stuff. And
Oh, and
randomly-
it's always food. In my shows, it's like, how quickly can we start talking about food?
Yeah, I get that.
theme.
Well, we got Lucas with us. We're always talking about
yeah.
food. He's always hungry and hungry. And
Exactly. I'm always down for eating.
Yeah, that's so cool. Well, it's interesting though. So you're traveling. How far do you travel to buy your stuff?
I don't travel super far, but like as a family, we will go to Arkansas to visit family.
Okay.
I've taken Jenny to Florida to meet up with other friends, and
Yeah.
then I've taken her to the New England states to visit family or somebody.
Okay.
But that's something my husband and I want to do in the future is
Okay.
travel more,
Travel more
to film, to do some thrifting, but also we also on my channel show it's called Flying Pig Thrifts and Adventures. Like Kate and I went to the Blinko.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
not really a shopping, that's more of an adventure.
Adventure.
So I like to put in personal adventures that my family does as well.
That was cool. And that you were telling me about the Blinko trip. It sounds amazing.
It was so good. It was so much fun.
What I liked about when you told me about it was that expression you just
Yeah.
gave me. Like you just lit up. And
It
you're like,
was-
oh, it was the greatest
it was
thing.
so great.
That's awesome. I love
Yeah,
that. Okay,
yeah.
so tell us about why it was so fun.
It was because it was the history of it was interesting,
Mm-hmm.
and I think people pay attention more when something's interesting to them.
Mm-hmm.
And I had been interested in this glass, but I had no idea
Mm-hmm.
what it entailed and the history of it. And then you're standing in the building that the Blanco original owner made.
Yeah, it's so
And
cool.
you're like, and you're standing literally. They're like stand shoulder to shoulder, and people are walking through with the glass, and we watch them. It was so cool.
Isn't it
It was
cool?
so neat how they did it.
So something that I've noticed since I've been YouTubing is the atmosphere around YouTube in general as being very supportive and like sharing information and anything like that you could speak into.
People will, when we go on places like when we went to Arkansas, or they'll hear we're going to Maine, people will suggest like, oh, you should go here, you should have you done this, and that is nice. That the world becomes a little bit smaller because they tell you like, oh, you should hit up this place.
You got some good tips.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so buying and selling currently right now. Somebody's watching this video, they want to buy something from you. Do you have stuff online all the time?
I do. I have eBay on all the time, and then if you go to flyingpigthrifts.com, it shows eBay, it shows whatnot. You can message me through there. I'm on Instagram. Yeah.
And you started YouTube because Jocelyn encouraged you.
Yes. I used to work for her, and I used to do listings for her, and then we would have to meet up to get the inventory that I had, and she'd give me new inventory. She's like, you want to go shopping? I was like, sure, don't show my face.
Don't show your face.
And then I remember the first time she showed my hands on a video, and I was like, oh, there's my hands. Don't show my face.
Don't show your face.
And then I would just like be myself around her, and we have a fun time together, and then she's like, you really should start your own YouTube channel. I was like, who's going to want to watch me?
You're pretty awesome to watch.
Yeah. And I was like, who's going to want to watch me? I'm just a boring person. And so she's like, no, you should do it. You should do it. And so that quickly snowballed very fast.
How long have you been doing YouTube?
For 2 years, I believe. I think it was two, almost 3 years, I think. Yeah. And it went very fast. And I think because of who I knew. But then I always tell Jocelyn, she gave me the golden ticket, and it was my job to keep going, to keep growing it, and I think we've done that.
You've done that well.
But she's also encouraged me to do whatnot. I was like, I'm not doing whatnot. But I was like, listen to her. She has some good ideas.
She's really brilliant.
She works out. She does. She looks out for people, and she really has some good ideas.
Yeah. It's been awesome to get to know her over the past 6 months, whatever it's been, a year. I'm not sure how long it's been now. Quite a while, but
How long have you been doing?
Well, I've only been doing YouTube since November, I think.
Oh, okay. You're just a baby.
I'm a baby. I'm learning. I'm like, what? I don't know how to turn the comments off yet. I'm like, how do I turn the comments off?
I'll show you. No, just kidding.
Well, you get all these guys on there like starting. It was crazy. It gets crazy quickly on the live
No,
stuff.
it does. It does.
Yeah. So, any other experience in the buying, the reselling that you can share with the viewers out here? Encouragement or something you might want to say?
I would say that start with things that you like, that you don't want to. If you don't know Funko Pops, you don't want to start selling Funko Pops because you don't know anything about it. But let's say you've collected Ellie Smith and you have extra Ellie Smith, or you find Ellie Smith and you want to start with something that you have passion about it, and then you can really enjoy it, sharing what you know and selling.
I find that interesting how you're describing encouraging people, because most people we've found in the industry start in this industry because they have too much of something they've collected, and they have to get rid
I had too much stuff around the house.
And so how do I get rid of this stuff?
And what I had been a teacher, and I had retired from teaching, so it's kind of like in that, should I go get a job? Can I resell this stuff? And then I was like, I can resell this stuff. And it's quite easier than teaching.
Well, okay, what grade did you teach?
I taught kindergarten, second, and third.
Ooh, that's a tough group.
Yeah.
Okay, what subjects?
Well, all subjects.
Just all subjects.
All
so
subjects.
K through 3.
Kindergarten, I didn't do first.
Didn't do first. Which was your favorite?
Third.
Third? Why?
Third. It was my favorite. When I was growing up, I had a great third grade teacher. They still love school. They love you. Sometimes they'll slip and call you mommy.
Oh.
Like, they love every subject. They're not into the drama yet.
Yeah.
You know, who likes who and stuff like that.
They're just there to learn and have fun.
Yeah, and I think that helps when I'm doing my sales, is I can read the chat, talk with everybody, get everybody going, still sell things. Every once in a while I'll mess up. But
so you've been getting trained by all these kindergarten, second, third graders. They've been training you.
Yeah.
And now you're using that experience on
Let's get right back to that. Okay, let's sell this. Okay, now what was your question? Okay. I think that does help.
Sit down, hold on.
Sit down, be quiet.
That's funny. Well, you guys can see, like, Dagny's personality just shines. You know, the more I get to know her, the more you can just see the light inside of her just coming forward, and that is a beautiful thing to see. So I want you guys, encourage you guys, follow Dagny, buy from Dagny, support her.
Thank you.
Any way possible. Like she's an awesome person. And,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
No, it's really good. It's
Thank
good. You get a sense when you're around someone, you know, and like it's good.
Yeah,
I love it.
thank
It's
you.
really cool.
Thank you.
All right. Well, anything else you want to add?
No, just
You good?
Yeah.
Was that easy enough?
It was easy.
That wasn't too hard.
Yeah,
right?
no. I'm just sweating a little bit.
Just sweating a little bit. Me too. It's all good.
Okay, good.
We're good. Well, guys, if you like this, please like, subscribe, give some comments, and throw some love Dagny's way. We appreciate you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.
See ya.